Youth WorkNet project is an Erasmus Plus project in the field of exchange of good practice. The aim of Youth WorkNet project is the exchange of good practice in the field of the activities for young unemployed people based on networking. By taking part in several European and national projects, all the partners of the project observed that traditional employment services are often ineffective, and if we tend to compare them with more innovative, informal and flexible solutions, such as those based on networking and training support. So, during all the duration of the project, we will involve about 240 young people from the 8 different European countries involved in the project in order to focus on the best practice in each country. Youth WorkNet project will also provide a training program of 1 week addressed at the same time to young people and youth workers. During the training, there will be discussed all the identified best practice in all the countries involved. The result of Youth WorkNet project will be a catalogue of 20 successful best practice in 8 countries in Europe.
Hi, I'm Roberto, working for ARES, lead partner of the European Youth Jobseekers Community Project. Starting from the 18th of June, we had a training week here in Campobasso. The training week was addressed to 2 main kinds of target groups. The first group was that of youngsters, the other one was that of youth workers. In relation to the first target group, during the training week, they had a lot of chances of exchange best practice and also to analyze the job market situation and also to understand better how to search for a job. In relation to the second target group, that is to say the youth workers, they had the opportunity to share their competences and skills in order to help the youngsters to find job, to present themselves in the best way. The training week represents the core of the European Youth Jobseekers Community Project. After this training week, we will have another 2 important meetings, one in Sofia and the last one in Austria, in order to write the catalogue of best practice. This is the final part of the project, and we really believe in collaboration among all the partners.
Today I've been doing workshops, the brand I, that is solving a little bit the young jobs puzzle around the problems of getting from education, entering the labor market. So actually we're talking about bridging the gap by shaping a brand, your brand I, to cover the fact that you are lacking work experience or that you don't have any work experience. But you bring yourself with you, you bring your brand, your competences, and that would, if you do it right, if you present yourselves in a good way, then a potential employer will be interested in your brand, and that will pave you the way to the labor market, into a job, keeping a job, holding a job.
Hi, I represent Ensignar as a Portuguese regional entity. And we are a partner of this project, a very interesting project with several countries. We all exchange very good practices in these days. We are very proud of being here. It was a very interesting week, and we are very lucky to be here. Thank you so much.
Hello, my name is Wolfgang. I'd like to speak about the best practice from Austria. We worked out 5 best practice examples which are mainly dealing with the how to apply for a job, especially how to present for a job, and which impression you give in a first point to the possible future employer of a youngster. It is very important, the first impression which you deliver to the future employer. It is estimated that 55% belongs to the first impression which you show. So we selected 5 examples which were dealing with this topic, as for instance, how to greet, how to behave, how to communicate. So these were the best practice examples from Austria, and we hope that they were helpful for the project. Thank you.
As you know, we are a businessman association, and because of this, and mostly because of this, we encouraged everybody to start their own business, and also we guide them step by step in order to get the best chances of being successful. And these are the best practices that we want to promote in this project.
Hey there, my name is Eftemis. I'm here to tell you about my experience in this program, and I found that exchanging good practices amongst the partners is a very important procedure, since people in different areas in Europe try different things, and exchanging this experience and understanding what works best is really important. I also believe that young people participating in this kind of programs is really important, because not only we have the ability to learn what works and what does not work, but also how different behaviors affect results. What was really interesting was actually the different statistics that we could observe from the different programs, and we could have a good evaluation about how actually things worked. In general, I believe it was a very interesting experience and a very fulfilling one.
Hi, we represent Acción Laboral from Spain. It's a non-profit entity, and our aim is to improve the employment of people at risk of social exclusion, like young people with low qualifications, women, migrants and refugees. And now we are here to present our best practices in the employment field. So our best practices now have been focused more on young people, and in order to support them to improve their CVs, how to do a job interview in Spain and in other countries. And I think that's it.
This week was an interesting week here in Campobasso. We had a nice stay, nice visit, and good presentations. It was really interesting to see how different countries have best practices to youth employment. So for us it was also interesting to see how to get jobs, how to focus on our future. And it's interesting to see from the Netherlands, but in other countries in Europe it's the same, and even some specific differences which we can apply in our own job search.
I'm Massimiliano, I'm from Campobasso, so I'm Italian. I really enjoyed this meeting because I have the possibility, the chance to know a lot of best practices from all around Europe, and also I had the chance to meet many interesting people from all Europe, and I think that diversity is a richness. So I'm glad to ARES because they call me, and then so I hope to meet these people again in the future and try to understand more about their best practice.
Spazio X è diviso in 3 aree, appunto, è un teatro gestito sempre da Mutuamente Teatro Civico 14, è un coworking di 15 postazioni gestito da Amatelab ed è 3 aule di formazione per la formazione professionale gestito dalla cooperativa Obelix.
Noi facciamo laboratori collegati alle soft skills, agli apprendimenti digitali e a quello che può essere proprio un accompagnamento anche all'autoimprenditorialità e alla formazione alle professioni.